One of the iconic images in Mozart's Don Giovanni is the stone guest. It's the statue of a man killed by the title character in the opening scene. At the dead man's grave, the statue warns Don Giovanni of impending doom. The libertine invites the statue to dinner. He comes and drags the unrepentant seducer down to hell. In the just concluded production at Union Avenue Opera, the stone guest wasn't the only statue that moved. There were 4 more on stage, played by members of the ensemble in amazingly stone-like costumes designed by Teresa Doggett. They blended in beautifully with the haunting scenic design and lighting designs by Kira Bishop and Patrick Huber, respectively. As directed by John Truitt, the statues were remarkably still most of the time and appropriately deliberate when they moved. The audience was well prepared for the supernatural intervention when the stone guest interrupts at the end of Act 2. I was less happy with the end of Act 1, where Don Giovanni is accosted by revenge seekers. One of them, Don Ottavio, holds a gun on Don Giovanni far too long for the scene to remain credible. Pointing a pistol is not the same as pointing a sword. This was not the only instance of a character in uniform not acting like a soldier. The opening of the overture has never sounded more ominous to me than it did at Union Avenue. Conductor Scott Schoonover's interpretation was unfailingly well attuned to the action, and the performers on stage and in the pit made Mozart's music a treat for the ears. Galen Scott Bauer was a scruffy Don Giovanni whose success with women came from constant effort. His servant Leporello was a comic delight in Neil Nelson's performance. E. Scott Levin as Mazzetto and Anthony Webb as Don Ottavio were appropriately overmatched as rivals to Don Giovanni, while Jeffrey Cox was an intimidating stone guest. And Amy Murray as Donna Anna, Gina Galati as Donna Elvira, and Corinna Brazos as Zerlina were distinctly individual, both vocally and dramatically. I would gladly hear all of these performances again.
Yeah, and as you say, it's unfortunate when the drama doesn't work in an opera, as you said happened at the end of the second act, but fantastic music. I think we should hear some of it.